Coachmen Freedom Express 292 BHDS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. That is an unintentional rhyme, by the way. Just a convenient one. Anyway, there are a lot of travel trailers out there today. More now than ever before, especially in the lightweight category, which a lot of people don't realize that's exactly what this is. This is both Coachmen's highest end lightweight and travel trailer. It has been copied many times over, actually. Several Forest River trailers now are basically just clones of a Freedom Express with another brand's name on them. That's not what that's about. This is about what makes this one so attractive and why people felt it was worth copying. Everyone knows that, you know, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. There are a lot of upgrades present on this RV. Non-standard stuff that are not going to be present on every 292. You know, this is generally how our 292s are going to be equipped. You may see a different fabric decor inside, but usually in terms of equipment, this is how we like to bring them in. There's always that off chance, though, the one in stock's a little different. Never hesitate to call. So first of all, we do have true one-hand slam latch baggage doors here. A lot of other guys just aren't up to that standard yet. That is part of one of the upgrade packages present on this particular camper. I'm doing my best to shield the camera from the wind right now. I apologize for that. So we have a largest in-class front passenger storage here. It's 3/4 of a 3/4 ton pickup bed truck. What that means to you in English, pardon me, I'm latching this door here so I can crawl down inside, is that you're going to get more space, more storage, more convenience. Like you see this big picnic table that comes included with it, a 2x4 foot table. It's pretty sweet. They're including that with you. That's something you're going to use every single day. Now, it's made for outdoor use, so if it's rainy at night and you leave it outside, no big deal. It's not going to swell up and fall apart on you like a lot of them will. Also, they are finishing off the interior here with a full LED light strip, which a lot of other manufacturers just aren't matching, and you see how much light that'll give you, especially at night. The nose cap is part of the Liberty Edition upgrade series, and I'll try to point out the different upgrades as we go. Now, what's really nice, when you get a nose cap, it looks cool, but you lose your diamond plate, so you open yourself up to dings from rocks. So to counteract that, I don't know how well this is going to show on camera. There you go. You see how this is modeled and this is smooth up here? Watch the reflection of my hand. This is a layer of diamond plate, or diamond shield rather, and that's the exact same stuff they put on the front of motorhomes to keep them from getting stoned up. So that's very good stuff, and that's that extra level of intelligence that other lightweight manufacturers just don't tend to employ. They use 20-pound tanks instead of 30s due to the fact that you can swap out 20-pound tanks anywhere, anytime, Mondays through Sunday, it doesn't matter, and they're lighter. They're just easier to manage. You're going to be looking at a higher quality power tongue jack, a higher quality power awning, things you use every day you're going to see upgraded on this. They also leave you a double length battery rack here, so you can add a second battery if you want. I've got my jumper box hooked up right now, pardon the mess, that's just going to let us turn some lights on. And you see how the spare tire is mounted up here under the tongue. They do that on purpose to leave the rear bumper open for things like bike racks. They welcome stuff like that where other manufacturers try to discourage you from doing it. Little things like the fact that they seal the hinges on their baggage doors, that's going to keep this door from going creak when you get to a campsite. And no, I won't make that sound again. Okay, fine, creak. Anyway, I'm sorry, I get sidetracked. I spend all day behind a keyboard. When a fun new one like this comes in, I get interested. We've got windows that open for ventilation in the slide sides. In a lightweight class, at competitive dollars, this is not a common feature. That's why I point that out. Similarly, if let's see if the camera focuses there, you see that texture on the slide out sidewall. That is pulling this slide seal really, really tight. That's going to help give us the best possible seal. It's going to make sure that the seal doesn't actually get, like, you know, half folded in, half folded out like you'll see on some other brands. You'll see that even on big fifth wheels of big slides. If the seal is pinched or anything, you're going to get a gap. If the seal's not fully, you know, pulled taut like this, when you have a gap, you have a leak. It's just that simple. All of your windows here will open for ventilation, even in the bunkhouse. Again, I apologize for some windiness going on today. There is storage below the rear bunk space back here, so you kind of have like a, not a front and rear pass-through, but a good rear pocket back here. What I like about it, it's in the perfect spot. Like if you have a little tote, you can keep all your sewer and water hoses and stuff here, because that's where all your hookups are. They put all your hookups in one spot where it's smarter. The height of this looks taller than some lightweights because it is. This is 81 inches tall instead of 78 on the inside. What that means is 3 extra inches of headroom, 3 extra inches of bunkhouse room, shower room, cabinet space, taller slide out opportunities. All that stuff adds up. Most lightweights in this class have this really impressive looking, really hard sweep on the roof. This still has a domed roof, but it doesn't have that dramatic sweep, because that sweep is trying to get you as tall as this is, but then it's shorter on the side. It's a way for them to look cool and save money at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just a little bit better in my opinion. It does mean that the trailer can be a little bit bigger, can be a little bit heavier. Sure hope the wind's not tearing up the camera, because I've got this camera hugged right next to me here. Let's get over here under some wind cover. So in our outdoor kitchen, they leave you a spot here for a flat screen against the wall. Even in the outdoor kitchen, we have all LED lights. You will not see incandescent bulbs used in a Freedom Express. They're an inferior product. They save you $1, but you're going to have to replace them. In the long scheme of things, you'll spend more money replacing bulbs than you would have saved by just getting LEDs in the first place, and it doesn't take long for that to be true. We have a full-size fridge here, not the little bitty fridge. Now, a lot of people think, oh, that's not as big, but because it's not mounted as high. Manufacturers will trick you. They have good interior designers. They'll trick you by mounting a refrigerator really high, and it makes it look big because you judge a refrigerator from the top of it. You got to look at the bottom. This is a full-size fridge, not the little guy. Even in their outdoor kitchens, they have sealed edge countertops. They will have sealed edge countertops everywhere. In the kitchen of this, because we did upgrade it to a Liberty Edition with the Premier package, it has solid surface kitchen counters. Everywhere else, you have this waterfall edge sealed counter. Well, you're outside. First of all, it's humid outside where it's not as humid inside. So water penetration from just dampness and moisture becomes a concern. If it starts to get soft and spongy, forget it, it's toast. Now, both inside and outside, you get this really cool drawer that wraps around under the sink, and it is the best use of space under sink I've ever seen. They must have a cool patent on it, because I don't know why everyone doesn't do it. These come with a, whenever you get a Freedom Express with an outdoor kitchen, you get the full Coachmen grill. And what's nice is it's freestanding. You can take it on a picnic table, take it wherever you want. And if you don't want to cook with it right next to your camper, you don't have to. It's freestanding. You can take it anywhere you want. And when you're done, it just recesses here. It feeds off those little propane bottles that you can get at the store, camp store, basically. We are looking at wide stance stability axles here. They're set an extra 9 inches apart. The whole idea being that if you had your feet close together and somebody pushed you, you're going to fall over and you have to catch yourself. If your feet are farther apart and someone pushes you, you have stability. When you're going down the road, this has more stability. It is less likely to wiggle around behind you. It is worth mentioning that this does have an enclosed, insulated, heated underbelly. I'm not saying this is a Four Seasons camper. What I'm telling you is that short of hard, cold freezing, you're perfectly fine. If it's -20 and the wind's blowing, there are exactly 0 RVs, period, made for that kind of weather. Giant drawer out here, which is highly unusual and just amazingly cool. This is where you're going to keep like your grill lighter. This is where you're going to keep a couple little citronella candles, your sunscreen, all that crap you always forget inside. Leave it right out here, and now it's perfect and it's done. You'll see a similar drawer setup on other Freedom Expresses. This is normally where that camp grill goes. Because this has an outdoor kitchen, the grill stays there, and they went, huh, we could just put a big drawer here because we have space for that now. Easy push button power awning. I mentioned how that does, you know, it's higher quality, it does move faster. What I did not mention, oh come on wind, is the LED lights going on here, and that's going to give us, you know, the illumination under the awning here. It causes your whole awning to kind of glow nicely. Something I noticed, and I love this, they specifically designed this so that the door cannot hit the awning. Because if that door hits that awning really hard in the wind, the awning's toast. If that awning arm bends sideways, you're done. Man, it's windy. Let's just hop inside. Sorry, guys. I don't get to choose the weather, but that's part of camping. You know what, real quick, let me show you again just the quality of the appliances here on a Freedom Express. This awning moves so much faster than what you're typically going to find in this business. It is just a better, you know, better piece. close the door behind me so we don't have wind whistling in here. Now, something I like, your awning lights are right here. You got these big, easy access switches. You also have all kinds of interior light options right here, so you don't even have to look. You can just sort of slap your hand under here and hit all the lights. Your interior lights you have just on one switch. Bang, just one set of living room lights, and notice the quality of those LED bulbs that we have going on. So again, we're looking at a taller ceiling, 81 inches tall instead of 78, or 78 with a barreled roof. The taller side walls mean taller slide outs, they mean taller cabinets, taller shower, all of that. It adds up so fast. So the interior decor we are looking at currently is called Slate. I mentioned that because the video could very easily look different from our photos. This is our, if this is not our most popular Freedom Express, it's tied for it. We sell so many 292s. Actually, I've tried to get video footage of the first two that came in this year, and they sold before I could, and that is no exaggeration. So we're looking at a full hide-a-bed sofa here. This is literally the exact same hide-a-bed sofa that $102,000 fifth wheels are using currently. I have some of those on my lot. I think that's funny. Freedom Express did it first. They found a better way than airbeds before everybody, and this is really one of the trailers that spurred the whole movement away from airbeds. We've got a giant U-dinette over here that folds down into a sleeper space, but again, I do want to mention all countertops, bathroom, anywhere but the kitchen in this one, because it is upgraded to solid surface counters, have sealed edge counters. So storage in a Freedom Express is a word I'm going to just wear out, because you have more and better storage in this than almost anything else in a comparable floor plan. Even little stuff like back here, the rear dinette section has little access panels to get easy storage access, so you don't have to tear apart the whole dinette to get to it. You're also going to get a bigger, more open feeling interior from the height, but also more windows, bigger windows, brighter windows with UV tint so that your furniture doesn't sun fade. And that is something that not every brand matches. So we have upgraded this to a Liberty Edition, giving us solid surface countertops. A Premier package is also getting us the solid surface inserts, the 8 cubic foot fridge, which is 33% larger than the standard 6. Some fun little light fixtures like this. This is mostly just for ambiance. This isn't necessarily here for, it's more of a night light than a daytime use light. Upgrades like that. Now, your countertop space and your cabinet space are greater than almost anything else in this floor plan I've seen. First of all, with full undermounted sink and solid surface countertop covers, you have full flush mount usable countertop space. You know, you can easily use that all day. Now look at the space behind the stovetop. You have an extra 12 inches back here compared to most brands. That means we have 12 inches deeper countertop, which means we have 12 inches deeper storage. That is a huge difference here. Extra height means bigger cabinets, and you have some massive cabinet space going on here. Not to mention just the full look of it. They've really dialed in their interiors here. And again, they have that super cool wraparound U-drawer here around the sink that it's the best. It's the best use of space under the sink I've ever seen. We talked about the bigger fridge. We will commonly upgrade the air conditioner on this to a 15,000 BTU instead of a 13.5. In English, if you're not an HVAC expert, that means 50% more powerful air conditioner on a Freedom Express than a common lightweight. And again, that's something we will commonly do, not every time, but looking at it, you can't see the difference. That's why we also publish a copy of our MSRP sheet, so you can see the exact equipment, features, and upgrades on each and every trailer we carry, so there's no guesswork. You also do have an extra pantry over here that a lot of people forget to talk about. If you're going to sleep 8 or 10 people in this floor plan, you better feed them. You'll also find power outlets near every sitting or sleeping space so that, you know, you can keep devices charged. Speaking of which, we have a handy all-in-one built-in charging station. They leave you 2 sets of household outlets, and you see that little hole right there. You can plug in your charger and just have the little cord hanging here, and you have a little pocket to keep all your devices in. The whole point here is just purely aftermarket aesthetics. This is not made as a selling point. This is made as an end-user benefit. And that's what I like about Freedom Express. They consider, how is this going to be used on your campsite? Most people are just going to grab their phone charger, they're going to plug it in next to the door, and they're going to have this ugly phone charger cable hanging everywhere in their thousands of dollars of new travel trailer that they just bought. Well, Coachmen looked at that and said, that's dumb. Why would they spend that kind of money for an ugly interior? So they dressed it up for you. It's little stuff like that that I like. You know, nicer porcelain stool, not plastic. triple shelf for more space for your toilet paper, for your chemicals, for your blow dryers and shavers. Again, we're not going to water damage our own countertops. I'm clumsy. I could do that stuff easy, you know. Here, let me show you. This is taller. We do have a taller shower. I'm standing right in the shower. No headroom problems. You do not see my head have to be in the bubble here. That's just not an issue. Again, LED lights everywhere. Oops, I don't have the switch on the wall. There we go. Complicated. Look at that. I can't figure it out what my wife sees in me because it's not my brains and it's not my looks. So, you know, never mind. I don't know where I'm going with this. So, this model normally would have 4 bunks back here. We have added the outdoor camp kitchen. That turns this into a triple bunk with a full outdoor kitchen, but it also adds this whole huge storage array over here that otherwise you would not have. So there's benefits going both ways. We sell it this way 10 times out of 10. You know, there's enough sleeping in here, mostly due to the fact that most quad bunkhouses have a smaller dinette and a non-hide-a-bed sofa. So this is a full hide-a-bed, this is a full U-dinette, plus you still have 3 bunks back here. There's enough sleeping space in this floor plan that you still get the benefit of the outdoor kitchen without sacrificing anything. Even back here, we have the sealed countertop, so when Junior has, you know, his Kool-Aid right here, you know, you're not going to spill it. It's not going to damage anything. And even in the bunkhouse, we have the nicer pleated shades. We don't have metal blinds in here. It is designed to be a smarter, more intelligent, you know, equipped trailer. So just to give you a quick passing look at the living room, moving the other direction here. I love that angle. That is good looking right there. So as we're moving up to the entertainment center, let's take a minute to point out a couple things. We have the electric space heating fireplace. A lot of people say, I don't need a fireplace in my camper. Here's why you want it. You don't have to burn up your propane to heat your living room now. This is an electric space heater. Anytime you're plugged into shore power, you have heat without burning up your propane. You already bought their electricity. Why spend money on your propane? That's the look, you know. 32-inch high-def flat screen here. And that is mounted in a spinning entertainment center. I'll show you that in just a moment. But that is also right above an all-in-one Bluetooth, AM, FM, CD, DVD system. Basically zero need to lug along extra electronics. You see that we do have privacy doors for the bedroom. Not curtains, but real doors. That is another area that most lightweights will cut corners. Another thing is this has a full, true 80-inch queen bed. 60 inches by 80 inches. Most campers are 60 by 74. Tall guys like me, my feet hang off of it. You know, this is an extra tall trailer made for tall people. Why not an extra long bed? And yet, most manufacturers can't connect those dots. Both sides of the bed have stands with power outlets to charge your CPAP machines. We have his and hers closets, or as we all know to be true, hers and hers. Even above the bed, they have 2 more LED lights in addition to the little LED walk-in light that I activated right here. And you see that we do have, you know, a vent here above the bed to get some good cross ventilation with both side windows opening. Show you the TV here. First, you do need to have these doors open. There's a little lock pin that you pull down here, and that's all there is to it. Faces the living room, faces the bedroom, faces wherever you want. What's kind of neat, too, is you can leave it on an angle, and even the guy on the sofa gets a good look at the television. So you can just kind of sit here, you can prop your feet up. Notice that my shoes are not on the furniture. Don't have a heart attack. I don't want to get some nasty comments on YouTube. But everybody in the living room gets a good look at this. In the kitchen, in the bedroom, everywhere. And the rear bunkhouse, who can't see it, has its own entertainment center. So, I mean, everybody wins with this floor plan. You get space, privacy, comfort, upgrades, good looks, good features. You know, there's so much going on here. I haven't even talked about the Asdel and the walls, and I've already gone over 18 minutes. I got to wrap this up. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping. Have some fun.